Oh, God. I did it again. I did it again. I've been talking to myself. So let me run back through here. Hello, Angel Bear, if you're still here. Hi, Crime. Chris. Nico. Babs. Hello, Wom. Ivy. And I was telling you, I see your new picture. That's awesome. And then I was saying that, oh, hey, Otto. We tagged the wrong virtual zombie last night. I know there is another something zombie out there that's a troll, but that one last night was my relative. They're like, hey, you blocked me. I'm not a troll. And I was like, oh. But there is one with a familiar name like that, I remember. So, and then, hey, Radar. How have you all been? Yeah, it was a mistake. And then I was saying I did have a kind of emotional day, but I also had a good day because I went to my doctor and they took so much blood out of me. I was surprised I wasn't zapped, you know. My energy's already down. I was like, man, am I going to be able to walk out of here? But I'm excited because they are testing me for, I think everything they can. So I think I will know what's wrong with me soon. Hey, Junie. Oh, it's okay, Crime. No big deal. But then I was talking to you guys and I'm like, can you hear me? I looked over at my mic and it's unmuted. I was just looking around and I looked up and it said go live. And so then I hit that and I'm just cracking up because I'm like, I did it again. It did, Ivy. It did. It did. I'm excited. She said my UTI, I don't have, it doesn't show signs of that, but there was blood in my urine. So she's sending that away and she put me on she put me on Macrobid. So, but she doesn't think that's anything to do with my energy and stuff. And I don't either, my tiredness and all that. But I think I'm going to be fixed up soon. Hello, Mel. They sure do. Yep, they do. And you start feeling old. So we'll wait for people to get in here and then we'll get started. I've got my notes here. Hey, Lake, how you doing? Well, Ivy, I think I'm pretty sure part of it is B12 and vitamin D. I had that surgery, so I was lacking my shots. I'm back on them, but I'm probably supposed to be on more than that, but they wanted my labs done. But I'm betting my thyroid. I'm hypothyroid. I think I'm hypo. I don't know which. And I'm betting that might be off. So my hair's whacked out. I had to put it up. I can't fan my hair down, guys. I just can't. I'm gonna get it chopped off eventually. I did start my probiotics. You guys should be proud of me for that. I started them. I found their gummies. Um, and then I found these immunity thingy vitamins. And I'm taking my vitamin D and vitamin C. Hello, Riser. And I had a medical YouTube degree. Okay. Somebody suggested I reach out to somebody last night. So I did when I got off. And I got an email back. I mean, before I went to bed, I was shocked. They said, sure. But we're going to have a convo behind the scenes first and talk. I am excited about the Avery case. So that was a good suggestion from James, wasn't it? So it is Nico. I think so. Uh, oh, and my she wasn't real concerned with my cold, my cough. As I told her, I said my cough's just hanging on, and she said I don't have any COVID symptoms. Of course, they took my temperature. She looked in my throat and done all that, blah blah blah. And she said it's probably summer cold, viral, whatever. But I don't have any of the symptoms, which I knew. No, I haven't, Radar. You know how I am, procrastination and forgetful. But I'm not really having the UTI symptoms anymore. I think, I think I drank enough cranberry and azo and, you know, I gained 10 pounds and I'm blaming it on the juice. I lost 1.5. And she did say I could have a little coffee, like 1 cup in the morning. And I got like a little here. Serious, Radar, over a headache and a backache. Oh, we were talking about, while we're waiting on people, we were talking about those masks last night, Otto. Well, in one of the groups I'm in, there was a post, and I was like, I'll be darned, we were just talking about this. So I posted it on my Facebook. Those of you that are my friends probably seen it. None of the masks are good for COVID. As a matter of fact, they're probably more unhealthy for you than healthy. Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know what to think about anything. Well, let's see. Sharon's not here yet. Ten's not here yet. Should I message them? Hey, that was a good discussion though, with Kat and Incog, wasn't it? I thought so. And I just want to give my opinion on that. I think that they may be trying to get, because they're being pretty tight-lipped about that. They may be trying to get him to tell what he did with the body. And it could be a thing like if he confessed, they'll know if he did it because it's a thing where he'll know things only they know. Maybe, maybe not, right? That's just my opinion on it. Okay, I'm gonna message my other mods since okay, I think that's all of them. That's what you believe too, Nico? Yeah. But we all know you don't have to have a body to charge somebody because it's happened in a lot of cases where they haven't had bodies. Who knows? In order to get an N95 at work, we would have to go to medical to check for breathing problems before issuing. This was 10 years ago. They are pretty restrictive. Well, I saw this one video too. This trucker, man, he was hot. He was mad. I was going to share it, but man, he said too many cuss words. I was like, man, wish you wouldn't have said all that because he made some good points. I mean, he's a trucker, and then but he doesn't only truck. He works outside in the heat, and he pulled up to the gas pump like 3 times, and he couldn't get gas because he didn't have a mask on. Yeah, I agree, Juan. Did Nick ask me to look into the Nora? Did you, Nico? Where's everybody at tonight? You know, oh, well, we're going to go ahead and get started. But you know what? I don't know if they're keeping this close to the vest because there's not a lot of coverage. Like, I looked again right before I came on, and it's like 2 days ago, 3 days ago. Chris sent me something, and if you all don't mind, we can watch that. It's only 2 minutes. So if you guys don't mind, we'll watch that video. It's of the mother. It is sad. And then I'll go on with, you know, what I know about the case. But there's not a lot of coverage, and what there is, it's really repetitive. So I don't know if they're just trying to keep it, you know, quiet in case he's watching somewhere. So what's 2 mean? No, you don't want to watch it? Nora and Romy's mother, for the case I'm doing tonight. It's the manhunt in Canada for the 2 little girls that were found deceased, and they're looking for her father. Dog jumped on the keyboard. You got Oliver with you, Crime? I didn't even realize it was you that did that. I thought several people did. I just seen a bunch of 2s. Hey, Hubs. AKA Oliver. He's a trucker too, a local trucker. So he jumps on, says hello, and it's about all he can do. Unless he's sitting for a minute. So if it's okay, guys, I'm going to show that video. It's not long at all. So let me share my screen, and I've already got it up and ready. It's like, you know, this is the only thing I know how to do. It's like, you know, I watch It's a Crime, and she's just throwing things all over her screen like it's nothing. It's like, man, how do you do that stuff?
Quebec Saturday.
Oh, and I'm going to turn it up.
Tonight, the mother of 2 girls found dead in Quebec Saturday is sharing the pain that no parent should ever have to bear. A manhunt is intensifying for the girls' father, Martin Carpentier. Police have brought in K9 units and a thermal detection plane to try and track him down. And as Mike Armstrong reports, they do have some leads.
With unmistakable and unimaginable pain, Amélie Lemieux Monday afternoon broke her silence. Just 2 days after her daughters were found dead, she visited the growing memorial in their memory, and then, flanked by family and loved ones, stepped to the microphones. Lemieux thanked police for their work and the public for its support.
Soyez mes étoiles dans la nuit.
and asked that her daughters be her stars in the night to light her way through the pain. There have been no sightings or contact with Martin Carpentier for days. The only clues police have were found by the bodies of Romy and Nora. Exactly what that was, police aren't saying, admitting only it is the reason they're still searching in the same area.
The last elements that we found yesterday leads us to think that this is the best place that maybe we could find Martin Carpentier.
Now, other than actually finding him, the big question is what happened? Carpentier and Lemieux separated years ago. The breakup wasn't recent, and just this spring, things appear to have been okay. This is a video Carpentier and Nora made for their scout troop when meetings were cancelled due to COVID-19. Nora says to her friends, keep hoping for a camping trip this summer. Now, last Wednesday night, Carpentier had his daughters. The mystery started when his car was found after what police describe as a serious one-vehicle accident. No one was found inside. Since then, police have been searching a sector just to the east. It was in that area that the girls' bodies were found. Autopsies are being done, but police aren't sharing the details. They do, however, say it appears Carpentier was injured in the car accident. Between that, the heat, and the thick brush, they say Carpentier may not be on the run. He may be dead.
All those factors, with the time passing by, can let us think that maybe he's not alive anymore.
One thing that has hindered the search is the public. There have been unfounded rumors of arrests and people showing up in the forest to participate in the search. The story has gripped the province, but police are asking people to stay away and follow only official sources. Mike Armstrong, Global News, Montreal.
So, um, yeah, crime. I mean, it's like, how do they do that stuff? It is so sad. It's heartbreaking. Um, so they're not sure that he's alive. And that was, you notice they said last night. So that wasn't like today, the news. That wasn't a press from today. So Chris thinks the father is responsible. I don't know yet. Let's go over I mean, I want, I mean, in a way, I think, but with his background, would they be able to find him if he didn't want to be found? Chris says, I don't think that he's dead because he's a scout leader and expert woodsman. Otto says, okay, who's reading body language? Tell me more, Otto. Whose body language? Mom's or Ellie's or... Crime says that is what makes me think from what research I have done on Dad. No, he is trained. Okay, well, let's go over this, and I'm, which, I mean, you guys might already know this, but, what doesn't make sense to, I mean, okay, we know, if you guys watched any of the links I posted, yeah, Mom is devastated in all of the, well, I don't want to say all, but the few presses, which I think they might be the same. I'm not sure. But, okay, that's who you're talking about, Otto. Moms. Okay. So he's 34. He was wearing a gray t-shirt, jeans. Of course, I mean, none of us are probably going to see him, and I don't have anybody on here right now unless Ivy. I think Ivy may be from there, but it happened on July 8th. He picked up the girls around 8:30 to go get ice cream. He told his stepfather he was taking them to get ice cream. Nora's 11, Romy's 6. Then they're on Highway 20 and this crash happens. And there's a witness. She goes to see if they're okay. There's nobody in the car. I guess there's 3 people because 3 people calls it in. Ellie says that the windows are blown out, the tires are blown, the car turns over, flips, all that happens. His cell phone is left. Ellie says his car is very, very damaged. I think I've heard 2 different media things. I think one said Ellie said it looks like you can tell they left on foot, and then I think I saw where witnesses said they did. So either way, they could tell they left on foot. So Thursday, an Amber Alert was put out for the girls. And Mom puts a plea on Facebook for help and pics for the girls. Now okay, Martin's girlfriend puts a plea out. I'll get back to that in a minute. And a neighbor heard screams. They're not saying whether they think that's related to this or not. So then on Saturday, Ellie Dogs and Canadian military search team comes out and girls were found deceased. Miscellaneous items possibly linked to girls and Martin. And I know his name's being pronounced different. Some are saying Martin, some are saying Martin, some are saying Martin. I'm just going to say Martin. He is a scout leader, and he does have skills for the outdoors. And yes, they were heading in the direction of Montreal, but they found them in, I can't probably say that word, Saint Apollinaire. Did I say it right? So, I'm kind of in the middle here. Now, back to the girlfriend. When I watched her plea and I thought, was that a real plea? Was that a cover-up? Would she cover for him? Or I would hope not. I wouldn't if it was me. But then I'm like, okay, the tire's blown, all the windows blown out. I know it's possible for that to happen in an accident, whether it's meant to be an accident or whether it's not. But I have been ran off the road before and rolled my car 2 or 3 times, and none of my windows were busted out until somebody bashed in the windshield with a baseball bat. So I'm just thinking outside the box. Did somebody else do this? Did he have an enemy? Did somebody else do this? Did somebody else run him off the road, cause that accident? Because the witness said she saw a bunch of dust, and then let me see if I can find it. Crime. What was his name? I saw the video, I know. Oh, here it is. Okie dokie, here we go. Ready?
De la photo. De la photo.
Martin, on s'inquiète. On n'a pas eu de nouvelles de toi depuis l'accident.
Oh,
On se demande si t'es correct. Les filles, Romy, Nora, on veut savoir s'ils vont bien. Si toi, tu vas bien. Donne-nous des nouvelles, fais-nous un signe, appelle tes parents. N'importe quoi. L'important, c'est que vous autres, vous alliez bien. Le reste, on s'en fout du reste. On veut juste savoir que vous êtes correct.
well, I'm sorry. The one I saw, they translated, I think. So, I mean, I'm just thinking outside the box. I mean, I agree with you guys that he's got skills and he's an outdoorsman. So, but why? What would be the motive? Mom says that everything was good between them, and they both had different relationships. Everything was fine. So, I mean, it doesn't sound like there was a custody battle going on or anything like that. Ellie says they do have leads. So what Is it? I mean, and then they think that he may be dead. But maybe they're saying that just so the rumors will stop, because they said there's a lot of rumors going on. Let me scroll up. What did Ivy say? Is he knowledgeable when it comes to cars? Aside from the standard, does anyone know? Yeah, that's a good question. Yeah, crime. Good points. That's a good point too, Ivy. I'm wondering, well, I mean, I was thinking that she was just trying to gather herself together and maybe keep from tearing up, but I mean, crime's got good points too. You all have good points. I'm just like, I'm just trying to figure out why he would. Was this planned? I mean, why would he do it this way? I mean, there's a chance that he might not have made it in the accident too. Why mom hired a lawyer? Well, yeah, Ellie's very tight-lipped, but they said they think he may be dead. But either they're just because they want rumors to be stopped, or they found something to make them think that. Somebody mentioned murder-suicide. Is it a criminal lawyer, crime, or advocacy? Ivy says, revenge on the mother. Does she have a new boyfriend he doesn't like? Perhaps he's suffering from depression. These aren't easy times. Good point again, Ivy. She isn't in, they're both in different relationships, they said. How much do we know about his past? This is a clean killing if that's what he did. He didn't have to touch them. You know? Well, crime, did you find anything about him or his past? Yeah, I'm gonna have to turn my air down out here. Cold. My boo-boo's just comfortable over there. Crime must be looking up something. I don't know. Angel Bear commented early on up there, and she said, I'm going to go all the way up there. Oh, why can't I see it now? Man, that makes me mad. Well, I don't know verbatim what she said, but she said, I looked into this or read this up on this, And all I have to say is she either said strange or weird. And it is. It's very strange because he either planned this and to make it look like an abduction of all of them, and he did do it, or he has enemies out there and I don't know. I don't know. I really can't figure this one out, guys. What did Wombat say? I didn't see Wombat. I missed Wombat. Wow. Where'd he go? Oh, strange case. Yeah. Yeah. Hi, Tan. Okay, honey. Reminds me. Hi, Incognito. I just mentioned the chat you and Kat had earlier. Reminds me of the mother who drowned her little boys by pushing the car while they were inside. Oh, man, that was a horrible, horrible. Oh, man, man, man. Susan Smith, wasn't it? Do I have that one right? Susan Smith. She was having an affair and the guy didn't want to have to deal with a woman with kids. Well, I mean, I guess that could be a motive, but he could just say, I mean, he could just choose to not be in their lives anymore. How heartbreaking that would be for the kids. English version. Martin, we're worried. We haven't heard anything from you since the accident. We want to know if you're okay, and the girls. Yeah, pretty much that's what she said, Crime. Thank you. There's a lot easier ways to commit murder, suicide, if that's what he did. Yeah, Wombat, that's what's got me so messed up. Or do you think it was an accident? You think he was messed up? And the girls died in the accident? And then he got freaked out and thought, oh my, what am I going to do? And then I'm just trying to think of everything and all possibilities. It's just not making sense to me, guys. I just can't figure it out. They haven't given us enough info, which we don't deserve anything, right? No, they've not given a cause of death. They're not telling anything, Radar. If you're okay, give us some news. Let us know. Call your parents. Whatever it is, the important thing is that you're all right, she said. We just want to know you're all right. Yep, that's the rest of it, crime. Thank you. His stepfather's a mess. Everything. Wondering if someone ran them off the road intentionally, took the girls until autopsy is released. There's so many scenarios. I know, that's what I was thinking. But Ellie believes he's out there in the woods somewhere for some reason. They do. They keep searching this certain area and they believe he's there. If it was an accident, why were the girls so far away from the car? Well, I mean, I was just saying, well, maybe he was messed up, drinking on some kind of, under the influence of something he shouldn't have been, and he had the accident, and the girls died or nearly or something, and he was scared then, freaked out, and he, instead of doing the right thing, he took off with them and left them, and now he's running scared. Or they said they knew he was injured too. Somehow they know that, and they think he's dead, unless, like I said, they're throwing people off. I mean, it was just a scenario. Okay, incognito. And Chris, yes, it could have been staged by him. I'm just trying to figure out why, because like Wom said, there's so many other easier ways if he wanted to do this. But it could have been staged by enemies too. Maybe that's because I want to think that, because we never want to think parents want to do this to their children. But we know it happens. Because he's a scout leader, and they say he's got skills for being a woodsman. I'm answering you, Mel, by the way. Eyewitness stated a car headed toward Quebec City, fly off the road, hit a sign and some trees, and then flip over. Yeah. It was his car. Well, we think, right? Because that same witness said she almost had a collision, but she had to stop real fast. But then she said there was a bunch of dust. She couldn't really see anything. So, I don't know, man. No other cars involved. Blood. Yeah, radar. They're just not telling us much. Crime says, I was driving towards Montreal when I saw a cloud of dust, and boom, the car ended up in front of me suddenly. Commentator said, adding that she had to think fast to avoid a collision. Yes, that's right, crime. Hey, Christine. I know, right? Incognito, it does. And there's not much out there on it. They're not updating it really. Like, It's a Crime did a video on it, but like the media is just like 2 days ago, 3 days ago, they're being really tight-lipped about it. It was by the time they got Mel, by the time the witness got to the car, there was nobody in the car. They were gone. So they had already ran off into the woods. And then 3 people called into LE. By the time they got there, guys, excuse me, I gotta turn my air off. I'm froze. I'm sorry. I hope you don't get hot, honey. It's freezing in here. Oh, not to go off topic, but about that, Ken, did you hear Maxwell was denied bond? No, but I read that she's got the COVID and they shut off her cameras to give her privacy. Guess what? She ain't gonna survive. Yeah, Radar. It was they didn't find her. This happened on Wednesday and they didn't find the girls till Saturday. There's nobody. The tires are blown out. The windows are blown out. There's no one in the car or in the field. She is heard saying in the video. It's crazy. I don't understand. Yeah, it probably wouldn't be a bad idea, would it, Ivy? I mean, that's what I'm saying. Did he plan this and did he know it was going to turn out like this? Or did he think they would all die? Him too. Or they weren't in the car when it crashed. I never thought of that. Well, how could. Mm, I never thought of that. He could have done one of those one things. You know, you've seen it done. I can't. I know what I'm trying to say, but I can't think of it. Why would they run off into the woods, though? You got me, Nico. I don't know, man. I want somebody to figure this out fast. I want some answers. Yep, camera's off, 10. Yep, Mel. I know. That was a good point Wombat made. I'm just going to say, man, until we know something, anything's possible at this point, you guys. I mean, anything is possible. It was a newer car, Otto. It looked like it to me. Even after the wreck, you could tell. Radar has a good point, too. But then why not put their dead bodies in the vehicle before wrecking it? Oh, man. I'm telling you what, my mind's spinning. Yes, Christine. Sure was. Well, what are we supposed to do, Chris? I mean, that's all we can do. We, I mean, assume, speculate. Somebody was chasing Dad, shot out the windows and the tires. Dad and the girls were injured. Dad took off running, trying to carry the girls. That could be, and the witness might not have seen that, especially if they were in front of him. It would, Ivy, but we don't know what they were. It ended up back on the road. I mean, it had to. Yeah, you're right, Radar. It had to for her to almost hit it, but it went off the road, hit. Uh, Incognito. Yeah, I know, man. All these scenarios. They're all good ones. What did Dad do for a living? Chris G, do we know that? Crime, do we know that? I didn't do any back. I didn't even look into him. I probably should have. What a bad YouTuber I am. Yeah, but Radar was going off of Wombat's scenario, I think, Chris. Like if he, I don't know. Whew. Did the car implode completely? It just said that all the tires were blown, the windows were blown out. That made me think that maybe he had some enemies and they caused the accident. And like Radar said, maybe not by a car, maybe they shot out the windows and the tires. But there, if they hit any of them, there would be blood in the car. But Ellie's not telling us anything, so we don't know if there was or there wasn't. There's just so many possibilities here, guys. There's just so many. At this point, Mel is going with the portal theory. Explain, Mel. I'm sorry. You know I'm an airhead. Dad carried the girls as far as he could and realized they were no longer with us and is trying to escape to save himself. Wom says, but would the girls then both die at the same time and place? My mind. If you guys could see inside my mind right now. As crazy as the Delphi case is, guys, I don't think my mind has spun this freaking much. Who, Ivy? Who are you talking to? Everybody in my chat? They are awesome. Incog says, I was thinking maybe if he had put the bodies in the car and the chance the car didn't implode, then Coroner would have been able to figure out how they died prior. And that's true. And maybe they did or have, but they're not. Because they said on that one video I showed earlier that they're doing autopsies but not telling anything. Kids were in car at time of crash. They confirmed that information. Good point, Wombat. Perhaps whoever was after them caught up to them, murdered the girls, and took Dad to location to get information or whatever it is they want from him. See, that's what I just want to believe, because I just don't want to believe, I mean, I know it happens all the time, but I don't want to believe. And I mean, I'm just trying to look all the way around the box. Now, I haven't either, Chris. Haven't either. I knew what you meant, Radar. Right, incog. They're not saying, they're just saying blown. It could happen either way. But the dad carried 2 dead girls for miles. Yeah, that's a good point. Hopefully they hire or have a crime scene reconstruction expert. Yeah. Adrenaline is an amazing thing. My son got hurt in the service and ran 7 miles before he realized he needed to ask for help. Well, I'll agree on that because everybody doubts that Derek walked down the Mary Gerard Trail and back. And to be honest, Radar and I walked that Mary Gerard Trail. It's not that far, but I mean, I don't know if we went the whole way, and I don't think Derek said how far he went anyways, but I used to be a heavy gal myself, and I can't remember who asked me that question once that really doubts that Derek did that. And I do remember who it was, and I told him, I said, I'm going to tell you what, when adrenaline sets in, and I know when I was heavy like that, I couldn't walk that much or breathe very good, but if it was one of my grandkids, I'm going to tell you what, I would have busted my butt until I couldn't breathe any freaking more, panting all the freaking way. I would have done everything and anything. So, you know, that's just my opinion on that. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I agree with both. 'Cause I don't really know how many miles it was out that he took him, but I know it was pretty far out there. He doesn't look like that big of a guy. But it depends. I don't know, you guys. Man, my head, I'm not kidding you. My mind right now is just flipping all over the place. What's a joke, Mel? Oh, what you said earlier. Yeah, that's true. Something keeps biting me. Freaking got mosquitoes in here. Another good point. You're all making very good points. But you got my mind spinning. Yeah, I mean, she knows him the best, and right, she was married to him. I don't know for how long, long enough to have. And she says there were no problems between them. I don't know. If all that happened to the car from impact, it's a miracle anyone survived, let alone hiked with two bodies or all ran. No way. Well, good point, but I have seen worse accidents. And I mean, I can speak of two of my cousins that should not be here today, and they are. One on a moped hit by a semi. He shouldn't be here, and then my baby cousin, I mean, he's still messed up, but neither one of them should be here today, and they are. Those are miracles, and that's why I believe Mexican cartels will kill your kids in front of you, or yes. And as a Yes, they will hurt your kids or somebody you love every freaking day before they'll hurt you because they want you to hurt before. Yes, thank you, Christine. Spokesperson, I can't pronounce that name, adding that signs point to the 3 leaving the scene of the crash on foot. Yes, they did say that. They did say that. Ellie said that. The girls were 11 and 6. Yes, Chris. I mean, I see what you're saying, Mel. I get what you're saying. I mean, it does seem impossible. I'm just saying it. They could be. I mean, the Ellie says that they believe they left on foot, and they said they somehow know he's injured, believe he's injured, and now they believe he's dead, and they believe he's in this certain area, but they're not telling us how they know this stuff. They're being so close to the vest. The girls were found together, Ivy, but I don't know how far out. I mean, do we? Oh, wait. Nope, I don't. I was getting ready to say it was 20 kilometers. That the car crashed on the highway. That was 20 kilometers from the ice cream place, I think. Looks pretty far, but I'd like to know for sure as well. But why would his adrenaline be going by that point? They weren't even missing yet. If we were going by Radar's theory, I think, Christine, for any, I mean, his adrenaline would be going because either way, I guess, if he made this accident happen, if this was all planned, and he was, trying to get out of sight with the kids and then to murder them, his adrenaline would be pumping. Or if he was running with it from the enemies, or do we all sound like conspiracy theorists? Do we need tinfoil? Police are focusing their search inside a 10-kilometer radius perimeter in the St. Apollinaire area. A resident reported seeing Carpenter in the area on Saturday afternoon. I didn't hear that crime. Or I thought maybe they said they thought they saw somebody. I didn't hear that on anything I watched, but I'm not saying it's not true. I just didn't hear that part. Highway 20. And it's up on the board, Mel. Yeah, the accident was Wednesday. Oh, they were considered missing. at that point, they weren't answering. I'm sorry, Christine, you were talking about Derek. They hadn't, I mean, you know, you get different versions from different people. You know, a lot of people say, why the panic so fast? Why, you know, why is everybody freaking out so quick? They're teenagers. They go out there all the time. They blah, 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 blah. But Derek was supposed to be there at 3. No, Derek said he'd call him when he get there, and he called at 3:13. And they didn't answer their phones. It went straight to voicemail. And forgive me, I can't remember how many times he called. And then he called his mom. And now I'm sorry, maybe I'm a different type of creature, but, and I know it's a small town, and yes, it was safe. Everybody kept their doors locked and or unlocked and all that. But still, in these days, I'd be panicking. I'm going to tell you right now, if my grandkids did not, if my grandson, my oldest grandson, and I'm not bashing on Becky, I am not bashing on Becky at all. And it gripes me to no end that people do try to blame her for letting those girls go out there to that bridge. Because you know what? She already blames herself. She blames herself. And it is not her fault. But my grandson is not that old. So, but if, I don't care where he was, where he's supposed to be, and he doesn't answer his phone, I would freaking panic. I would freak out. So, yeah. And then in that area, and they're not there, and they don't, you know, and they usually are, and they usually answer their phone, and they're, so, yeah. So that's why. And I wasn't getting huffy with you, Christine, if it sounded like it. I was getting huffy because everybody always says, you know, well, why the big panic? Why did they freak out right away? Why the search so fast? Why this? Why that? Well, I'm gonna tell you what, I would have been on it right now. Radar, you're funny. Maybe disoriented, head injury. Well, hopefully they have some updates, crime, because they're not updating. But I hope they do. Quebec, Canada, Mel. They were heading towards Montreal, but the accident happened on Highway 20 in St. Apollinaire, if I'm saying that right. Yeah, Montreal, Ivy says. Yeah, they showed a car on one of the press conferences, Mel. I missed that one, crime. I know I saw one where they said they thought they heard a scream or screams, but they weren't sure. Ellie wasn't sure if they were related. And there's also a lot of cottages, and in one area they were searching, And in the area they're searching now, I think there's chalets, they called them. But there's nobody coming down there right now because of what's going on, but there is food left behind. Think about this. Ellie said the father is hurt, and they believe he got injured by the shots, tried to escape with the girls. They caught up. Hence, Ellie saying he's probably dead. Could be, Radar. I mean, I'm just saying every one of your scenarios are good scenarios. Because I think anything is possible at this point because we just don't know that much. All we know is what they've said, which is really nothing. We don't know anything. You know, when we do other cases, we have a lot more to go on. A lot more compared. We don't have anything hardly. Yes, that's very true, Christine. Highway 20, Mel. Highway 20. They believe he's probably dead, is what they said, right? Yes, that's what they said on the video we watched earlier. I can't click on that crime because in StreamYard, I can only show it. Everybody else can, though. Thank you. There's Angel Bear. I see you. Hi, Angel Bear. Sharon, have I missed you? Hi, Sharon. Because I'm way up here still. Man alive, am I behind? I'm behind. I can't. Well, let me see if it'll let me copy it from up here. Nope. It won't let me, honey. Red car. Wow, the news press I watched looked like a brown car. Wow. The car crashed 5 kilometers west of the ice cream store on Highway 20. Well, It's a Crime said 20 kilometers. Chris? And 10's back? It won't let me pull anything up or click on a link in StreamYard Crime. Well, Wombat, I think that we can all agree on. You guys know how tired I've been and no energy. I bet I won't sleep tonight. My head is spinning. Angel Bear, we'd be in trouble, wouldn't we? Otto, are you here? 2008 Volvo would have a cage on inside of car. I don't know. Let me Google that real quick. I can do that. Let me get to Google. What in the heck? Young freaking kids. 2008. Was it Volvo crime, you said? Volvo. Man, I always wanted one of those too. Well, several come up, bunch of different ones. Now this looks like, or this one actually looks like the one I saw in the accident. Okay, hold on, I'm going to share this. It looked like this one right here. Can't make it go bigger. Or this one. It was like that color or that color, but not really that. It was more brownish. Looks pretty freaking nice for a 2008. Volvos are nice though. And I can't tell. Let me look and see if it says it has a cage in the car. Well, let's see. Doesn't look like it. What keeps coming back to my mind is the cloud of dust, and we're not still be a cloud of dust after the accident and passenger. I know, that does me too. Otto says Volvos are known for that at crime. Bingo radar. Paranoid. Tell your hubby I said hi, Christine. Oh, what? Crime says, oh, what if they all got out of car and he rigged the gas pedal? Yeah, Wom said that earlier. Wom said that earlier. But, and that was a good point. Or his enemies did. What if his enemies did that? I want to think there's some enemies involved here, guys. I really want to go with, I want to think that. I want to hope and pray that. No, that's where the accident happened, Cold. The ice cream place was downtown. The ice cream, I'm sorry, the accident happened on Highway 20. And then they left on foot into the woods. The ice cream store was downtown in Quebec, guys. Wombat. Maybe a cloud of dust from the car hitting the gravel on the side of the road before it went off the road. Sugar Shacks is right. Oh, did I miss Edward? Hi, Edward. Because I'm still up here. Trans Canada 20, Chris says, Mel. Yeah, I've had a cold, Angel Bear. Not the COVID, though. I had a UTI, too, but I went to the doctor today, got a full workup. I'm going to be fixed real good soon. Find out why I'm been so tired. If he set it up, wonder if he took it from the scene of a movie or book. Oh. Well, I wouldn't be surprised, Ivy. I mean, I see so many awful, evil movies, and I'm like, man, if there's freaking somebody out there that hasn't thought of doing something, they will sooner or later after watching some of this crap. That's a good point, Ivy. Like Otto said, the car will tell a lot. Yep. Incog says, so now I think it was a hit and they took them all. Tinfoil hat. I know, man. I don't know. Ed says, I know his girlfriend came out crying. I wonder if she has heard from him at all. I don't know, Edward. I wonder. The police think he's dead, they say. Yeah, they did show. I saw it I either saw it in a video or a picture or something. They did show pictures of it. They are nice, Edward. No, I don't remember that, Christine. Did the mothership come down? Incognito says body language. She's legit distraught. Well, that's kind of what I thought. I thought she was. Are you talking about the mother or the girlfriend? 'Cause I thought the girlfriend looked like she was just trying to gather herself together before she was started talking. That's what I thought. So here's what the car looks like in a different color, but wait a minute. Ah, where'd it go? There. An original pic I got. Well, I guess it's gone. So, thank you, Chris. It's not an actual cage, just built a little tougher surrounding passengers. All cars have crush points built into front and rear structures. Thank you, Otto. Yeah, I was looking at pictures today, Edward. It's beautiful. Volvos are expensive to maintain in US. Well, they're expensive, period, man. You had a UTI too, Angel Bear? They're awful. Yes, Incognito. The girls were found, and they have not released the cause of death. They've not released anything. But they do think he's dead. They first said they believe he was injured. Now they're saying they believe he's dead. And they believe he's in the area that they're searching now. I know. Bunch of baloney hat, Otto says. Okay, Edward. Well, I guess that's why they're so expensive. It is bizarre, Incognito, and It's a Crime said that on her channel. I think she said it more than once, maybe. Mel says 3 to 6 miles away-ish. Why run into the woods instead of to the road or down the road for help? Maybe running away from someone. That's what I was thinking. So it took them till Saturday to find him 3 to 6 miles away. Of course, Saturday they didn't call in a search team, or that's when they called in the Canadian military and search team and all that. But still, and the dogs. Wow, though. They put an Amber Alert out Thursday. Okay, so let's back up for a minute then. If they knew they left on foot into the woods, then what took them so long? What took them 3 days to get them out there searching? Now that's bizarre, in my opinion. Very good point, Ivy. I would too. But I don't know that the kids would think that fast if they were okay. I don't know if they've been checked out or not, Mel. I don't know, because they're not telling us much. Road rage incident, stage incident. You wouldn't run for miles, though, Ivy. Hi, bestie. I worked in an auto factory building car bodies to 15 years, 25 in a transmission plant. Cool, Otto. I know who to call. Well, my husband works on cars, but still. I know, Incog, man. Ugh. I'm gonna be up all night probably. I can't. Oh no. That's Thursday I have another doctor's appointment. Early. No, I do have to get up early tomorrow though. Not having exact coordinates, but roughly how far they walked. Injured, carried their bodies in the heat doesn't seem reasonable or possible. So where did the cartel come into this story? It's okay, Bree. Oh yeah, she changed her. That's her nickname for like everybody in her life. Bree is Sabrina. We need a Google map with pins. Guys, you gotta excuse me. I don't know if you can tell, but I am sitting here. I gotta go potty. It only take me 5 minutes. I mean, it won't take me 5 minutes. It'll take me just a second. Well, I mean, it'll take me a few seconds, but is that okay? I gotta go. While you guys come up with more theories, I'll be right back. Okay? I'll be right back. Boo-boo, you coming? I better grab my phone. Oops. Hold the doorknob. Hurry, come. I'm so sorry, guys. There you go. Okay. I hurried as fast as I could. I'm glad you guys are chit and chatting with each other. I am so sorry, but man alive, I could not hold it. I didn't want to try either, cause myself another UTI. I'm laughing at your comment, Sharon. I like Jap cars. Sorry, I know, probably nobody wants to hear that, but I do, because they last forever. The whole body will fall apart, and the engine will still be a going. So, as Otto said, anything American. Well, I like Fords too, but them Chevys can. I'll grab me a snack too. I'm sorry my she shed's not done yet, guys. I don't know what that kind of car is, I don't think, Christine. My very first car was a 1974 Chevy Impala. Now, I will say, because it had an engine in that baby, I didn't have it for long. It was too powerful for me. Okay, Incognito. Incognito. Thank you for coming, sweetheart. Sweet dreams. That sucker. Well, for one, it was huge. I'm 5 foot, you know. It was my great grandma's car. I feel so bad too. It was powerful though. I can't remember what kind of engine it had in it. Otto probably knows. That sucker though, it took me for a ride. A lot of them around here do too. The undercovers. Oliver, come on. There's nobody out there. Actually, Nowadays, around here, you don't know what they drive. They drive Jeeps, they drive Chargers, they drive trucks, they drive Camaros. At least Burlington, when they get undercover vehicles, they put them right on the site and let you know. I had a wait. My mom had a Horizon. I think I had an Omni, the opposite. I had a Chevy Cavalier too. Now I gotta say that sucker lasted me. I don't think I had any problems with that. I still don't like Chevys though. I'll take a Ford any day. My husband was a Ford man though. I never thought I'd see him ever change anything else. He went to Nissan. 64 Impala, Judy? Did you like it? Pilots are nice time. Otto, what? Oh, a French BMW. Oh, I had a Volvo once, guys, but it was an old Volvo. Mm. My husband just seen it for sale and bought it. Paid $100 for it. It was the. I hated driving that thing, but it drove nice. But it kind of felt like. I mean, I felt like I was inside of a tank. It was an old wagon. The wagon. That was years ago. Otto. I like how we always end up chit chatting after cases, don't you guys? If you don't, tell me. I do. I enjoy it. And I hope it's okay I'm eating, 'cause I'm starving. Oh, I knew somebody's going to say that crime. Ford found on the road dead. Man, my husband had Ford. It was almost 400,000 miles. Still kicking. What about the Dodges? What do they say about them? I was waiting for somebody to say that about a Ford. That's what my cousin used to say, and then until he went out and bought a brand new Ford, I'm like, uh-huh. Well, crime, them Toyotas will, them Hondas will, them Kias will. Yep, I've never had a problem with them. I got 2 Kias. That's why I got another Kia. Mm. Really, Edward? We're all squirrels, Junie. Well, it was my fault. I had to go potty, and I told y'all I distracted you. I'm not going to say what it is, but you should see what other kind of vehicle radar has, man. We go cruising in that, and everybody thinks we somebody. That's for sure. Oh my goodness. I did not just read what I read, Christine. The last 3 words. Yes, they're driving Chargers. Most of their marked cars are Chargers. What'd you get pulled over by? Radar. Was it a Charger? Because that's what he's driving now. Oh, Nick. Not my Kia Soul, man. That sucker's, well, I don't know. The only thing I didn't like about it is it rode rough. I mean, it felt like it was built. I mean, it felt like I was, but my Kia, the heck the name of it? What kind of car do I got? Oh, man. Well, it's an SUV. It rides like I'm in the clouds. But my Kia Soul, like going over bumps or tracks, it's rough. Oh, goodness, Edward. Oh, or Riser, it lasted forever. I mean, it did. It was just the ugliest thing. I hated driving it. Oh, and then what's that one kind of car? Audi? Is that how you pronounce it? We had one of those too. Older, but I loved it. Good night, Wombat. Thank you so much for coming and offering your theories. They were very interesting. I think everybody's was. I think everything is possible. And it's driving me crazy because we don't know enough. Thank you, Wom. I hope we're not boring you. Have a good night. Sweet dreams. What, Edward? What car? Oh, well, you should have treated it better, Edward. Sure is, Bree. Otto, you kill me with some of the things you say. I don't know what kind of car that is. Dodge Magnum SRT. That's the truth, Otto. You would, you would. Yeah, any car that runs is a good car. Yeah, Sharon. My car's probably overdue. I thought it was a Jap car, but really, I found out I had an argument with Mr. Ed. I call it, this is the guy I go to church with. I call him Mr. Ed. Daggone it. We all went out to lunch one day and I kept saying Jap car, and he proved me wrong. Who makes them, Otto? I think he said Germany. It's a German car. I thought it was a Jap car because Toyota sells them. Really, 10? Oh, really, Otto? They only made them 4 years? They don't make Saturns anymore either, I guess. Well, and Bestie, speaking of that, my aunt Saturn, golly, she's had that and she keeps saying she's going to trade it in, but there's nothing wrong with it, she said. So she keeps changing her mind. Yeah, maybe he said Korean. Anyway, he busted my bubble. And I hate to be wrong when I'm, in a real debate. And I was in a real debate that day. I had a Saturn before too, actually. And my brother-in-law had one. I drove her car too once. We traded cars. It drives nice. She probably couldn't wait to get hers back because, like I said, my kid, my older kid, it's a 2011, and it was only 2 years old when I got it. But it just drives. I mean, it drives nice, but like bumps and tracks and stuff. Really, Otto. I don't know what those look like. Christine. Well, that means it's big. I like small, but I needed, and my Kia, what is it called? Man, it makes me mad. Can't even remember what my own car's called. Well, anyways, whatever it is, I wanted a small, I didn't want anything huge, but I needed it to be uh, big enough for all the grandkids. So it's just right because it's not huge, but it's roomy too. I mean, it's got a lot of room, but it's not big. Good night, Edward. No, that's my old one, Bree. My new one is, I can't think of it. If Hubs is watching, hop on here and tell me what the name of my car is. Oh, well, Ivy, people don't know how to drive in parts around here, too. Eh, yeah, I didn't know they made Blazers still. Let's see, mine fits 2. Mine fits 8 too. I had to think about it. Okay, Radar. Good night, sweetie. Oh, let's see. My aunt used to have one. She flipped it. Who else? I'm trying to think. Who did we have a red Bronco? Somebody in my family had a red Bronco. A Suburban and a Dakota. Yes, Otto, thank you. A Sorrento. I have a Kia Sorrento. What are you guys going to do with me? Oh, Really, Ivy? Oh man, I couldn't do it. I couldn't. I can't stand going to Lafayette because, well, for one, I hate the drive anymore, but I can't stand because of the traffic. I could not do that. I would not leave my house. I don't know what I would do. Cool, crime. I love mine crime. I do. I don't think so. She had a Jeep. She had a Jeep, bestie. I can't get a friend's deal on Chrysler Dodge Jeep for friends. Good night, Riser. Sweet dreams. Me crime or Ivy? You want a Kia Soul, Sharon? I have a Soul and a Sorrento, but the newer Souls, they say, are like my niece has one because she said when she was young, she was like, I don't know how old when I got mine, and she swore when she was old enough she was going to get one. And I'm going to tell you what, I'm so proud of this girl because she's just got her head on right, and she's always, ever since she's old enough to work, she's worked, and I mean, paid for, I mean, I am. And anyways, when she was old enough to get her license, she did. And even before she was 18, she went and got this freaking car herself. I think before she was 18, I can't remember. But anyway, and it was a daggone Kia Soul. And I love the color too. It's like a lime green. And hers is it's a little newer and it drives smoother. Oh, okay. I misunderstood your crime. Audi is my favorite, but wouldn't give up my Japanese-made Toyota. Chris says Christine should get a white Ford. Audis are sweet. They are. Expensive. Oh, for repairs, but they're expensive too, aren't they? They are cute, Tin. I don't think they have the hamster commercials anymore, but they did when I bought mine. Swear I hear vehicles go by, but I don't see lights. Good night, crime. Man, I can't believe I just looked at the time. I can't believe you're still on here. It's gonna be late tomorrow. Better not be. You'll have to be doing push-ups for the kids. I should probably say goodnight too. We've been on here for 2 hours and 16 minutes. But me too, crime, but I got to get up. Early tomorrow, early Thursday. Oliver, do that. Scare me. I know Sabrina is laughing at me right now. If she's paying attention to me, anyway. Ivy, is that a laugh? Ja, ja, ja. What are you laughing at? Crime? Oliver scared me half to death because I like coming out here, but it is creepy. I like doing it out here because when I don't have the dogs, well, when I don't have Oliver and stuff, it's peaceful out here, but it's creepy too. Well, especially today. I wasn't going to say anything, but I'm going to tell you guys. I don't care. I was in Flora after my doctor's appointment, and then I ran to IGA, and then I'm coming to the stop sign, and then there's a particular person of authority that don't like me, and I don't like him, and I think we all know why. And I come to the four-way stop, and first, okay, I want to make that clear. I was there first, and then he came to his. And of course, we connected, but I just, anyways, I made my turn, and I wasn't even all the way out and turning. And he comes on out. And then when I finally got turned, he revs up his engine and speeds up on me. And is like, "Roof, roof," and I was like, I was like, man. And of course, he was going to work the back way. And I was, and my bestie can tell you, I was like, like, you're trying to scare me. You're trying to, you know what? But some people, I just wanted to turn my car around and follow him all the way to his work and put my phone on record. And then my mom's like, you're trying to get arrested? Like, what am I going to get arrested for? For confronting him, for freaking harassing me? And I know, Tim, the thing is, you never know if he's really barking at something. Most of the time he's not, because my other two, they bark when. I'm not scared. I am not scared for myself. It's, Ivy is saying yes in German. Oh, okay. Oh, good luck, Christine. Oh, I do always, Nico. I know, Otto. I keep forgetting to get one of those in my car. Bear spray close. Where'd you get your cam at, Otto? I know they should be everywhere, but it it's okay, Radar. I love him to pieces. I don't know what happened to him either, though. Little turd. It doesn't bother me. It's just it's creepy out here, and then he starts barking. I was already. It's just I was hearing vehicles and when going by slow, and then I'd look out. I didn't hear. I didn't see no lights, and then he boots off barking at the door. It scared me to death. He does answer to Ollie too, Radar, because my mom calls him that all the time. No, I don't, Christine. Wally World in the auto section, probably. Okay, if I can remember, because I always forget. Oh, he is 10. He is totally the boss. He's so mean to Rosie. And I don't know why she puts up with it. I think she's afraid of hurting him. Now, Boo Boo, he's not mean to her, because I think he knows she's just not standing for it. But he humps her all the time. Every night when we go to bed. And not in the place you think either. On her side, like, and he just he's the silliest thing ever. He's an incester. But he is the boss. I mean, I don't let him be mean to Rosie though. No, they haven't, Ivy. They haven't. They did not do a presser. He does. The GoPro cams are the best. You can hit bumps and that joker stays super steady. Well, I need one that sees front and back. What the heck is that? You two just lay here like nothing. I'm telling you, I heard something out there on the porch. Maybe it's just an animal. Well, guys, I better sign off. It's 11:30. Now I'm freaked out because, ooh, what if it's a, ooh, ooh, what if it's a possum? Thinking about their tails. Ugh. Good night, guys. I'm going to call my husband. Ew, Bree. There's my hubby. I'm going to call you because there's noises out there. Good night, guys. I love you. Sweet dreams. And I'll see you tomorrow. And we're supposed to do the Murray case. Boy, oh boy. We'll see. But I'll see you tomorrow. We'll be doing something. Angie wants you to walk her home. UPS guy told me the worst attack he ever saw was from Chihuahua. Yeah. Okay, guys. I love ya. Sweet dreams. Oh, radar. Go back and fast forward almost to the end. Thank you all for coming tonight. My head's still spinning about this. I hope we get some answers. Angels on your pillows, Sharon. Don't let the possum's tail swing across my legs. Ugh. No, it's that plane that I hear now. Remember Kat said he was hearing it and I heard it the other night? Now I hear that. Anyways, guys, thank you for hanging with me. I love y'all. I'll see you tomorrow.